You know, sometimes, man, women are in such a fragile emotional state that they don't want no money. They just want stability. A woman can go through a bunch with a bunch of men where she's thinking that she's going to be in a relationship with a man who doesn't want a relationship with her. And after going through that enough times, a woman just wants stability. That's why a woman who makes plenty of money will have a man who makes less money, because for her, that's stability. She provides him a lifestyle, and that will make him stable because he doesn't have a better lifestyle to go to. And that's why a woman who's free will fall head over heels in love with a man who's locked up for 8 years and he's only served 5 so far. Now, women always say that there aren't any qualified men, or, the men who are eligible bachelors want to have 1,000 women, and the men who aren't eligible bachelors, the one who will settle down and be with one woman, ain't got no money. They always have a reason to complain. You can always look at two opposite perspectives and say, well, neither one of them is good, depending on your outlook. But what do you say about a woman who has options and chooses to meet a man who's in prison for years? Somebody sent me a video on IG. Actually, somebody sent me a post from the New York Post. Shout out to the New York Post, where this woman from the UK fell in love with a US prisoner after they started writing letters to each other. He's locked up 4,000 miles away from her, and she flew 4,000 miles to see him in prison. Now, they met on a site called writeaprisoner.com, and she says she quickly fell in love with him. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. When you lock behind the wall, man, you got a whole lot of time to think of a whole lot of things and review a whole lot of things and practice a whole lot of things. And for a lonely woman, ain't no game like the game of prisoner spit to a lonely woman, man. Man, let me tell you something. Man, I used to have a vending account, man, at a prison, and they had a wall of shame. And every time I'd walk in every week, there'd be a new face on the wall of shame. Nurses, officers, regular COs, doctors, dentists, all those women getting jammed up with those prisoners. And 80% of those women had husbands and children at home. There were women being caught at the prison getting it in. There were women being caught jammed up, trying to bring in work. I saw a woman get escorted out the front door with an elbow of green. I saw a woman came in, man, and found out, man, she was pregnant, man. Then they come to find out she was pregnant by an inmate. You've seen these stories, but what I'm telling you, if I've seen these things in person, I've seen it. I've spoke with some of these guys, the guys who can move around a little bit, man, just chopping it up with them, man, chopping up major big talk game about bras. So, when I first showed up on the scene, I wanted to know what the scoop was on the bra. Cause, when you're the new man and you come in, man, you're looking good, smelling good, living good, looking like you're living a good life, man. And, that they realize, they see you out somewhere and realize, man, you're riding clean, man, and you're looking clean. The word spread. So I got the scoop about the women at the prison from the prisoners. Everything I need to know: who to touch, who not to touch, who was a good girl, who was a bad girl, who nobody could touch, who everybody could touch. So I ask you, man, if a prisoner who ain't got nothing to offer a woman can get in her head, why y'all having so many problems out here in the free world with these women, man, when you got freedom? Now, according to her, Danny has already served 5 years for offenses that allegedly include armed robbery, possession of a firearm, and possession of a controlled substance. This is that whole bad boy thing. See, it's all fun and games when the bad boy's behind the wall and she ain't got to have a part of that life. But when the bad boy touched down, then she'll understand. Now, he still has 3 years. And she says she planned on waiting for him to come out. Here's a woman who's out here in the free world who would rather wait on a man who has this type of prison record to come out. So it just goes to show you all this talk about You know, you got to have this and you got to be that. And you, man, listen, all you got to do is be able to get in a woman's head, bro. Now, front and flash help. Front and flash help the type and quality of woman you can get. This is a flash in the pan situation. Now, she documented the journey, man, and she called him her long distance lover, homie. She said she wrote to a prisoner, accidentally fell in love. She left the prison and said she want to go back already. Now he doing everything. He playing the role. He doing everything, man. He got a birthday tattooed on his ring finger. She loving that. He in prison getting tattoos anyway. He don't care. He don't care about getting a tattoo on a ring finger. You already got tattooed. What's a little bit of tattoo, a birthday on your ring finger, man? That makes her believe that he wants to be with her. Come on, man. Let's be realistic. A man behind the wall who ain't got nobody at all is looking for a safe landing spot so he won't fall. This woman is head over heels. She's head over heels because you know what? There ain't no man who got the time to give a woman like a prisoner. There ain't a man who ain't got no options like a prisoner. When you can dedicate every single ounce of energy you got, man, to wooing a woman. See, here's the thing. He ain't got no demands. He in prison. He can tell her anything. And all she got to do is sleep with those thoughts at night and dream about him. She feels safe because she ain't got to worry about him being with another woman. She ain't got to worry about him coming home late. She ain't got to worry about none of that. She has to worry about none of the things that women claim to have to worry about out here. So this woman is so browbeaten, so emotionally distraught, so emotionally weak, that she says her best option, her best opportunity, happiness and joy is to have a man who's locked away so she don't have none of the responsibilities of a relationship. Now, he done sent her one of his t-shirts. Man, listen, she happy to get the man t-shirt. She been waiting on it. Can't wait to open it. Sniffing the t-shirt. Sniffing the t-shirt. Here's the real deal. A bunch of TikTok users were thrilled for Katie that she had finally met Danny. You know how much support this woman is getting, man, because she went and fell in love with a man behind the wall? Now, I ain't knocking homie. I hope he land on his feet, really. Because if not, man, all they trying to do is get him out here and jam him back up. So I hope he land on his feet. I hope he got her building for him out here. But we know that's probably not true. We know it's not. People are telling her what a beautiful couple you two make. I want y'all to understand, man, that while you out here giving your best to these modern women, they'll accept your worst. Stop doing all this whining and dining and chasing and all of that. Because I tell you, men, all the time, if a woman is into you, you ain't even got to do none of that. You a fool if you out here, man, running around chasing these women. You ain't got to chase them. As you see, she may not be a beauty queen, but she is not an absolutely unattractive woman. She's attractive enough. And you men out here running around, man, chasing women who don't even look this good. You around here chasing women, thinking you can get them to like you, thinking you can convince them to like you. Boy, a woman knows she like you from the time she meets you, and it don't matter what your circumstances are. You understand what I'm saying? Like when I tell you, man, get yourself together, build yourself to the most alpha version of yourself, take control of your own situation, pay the cost to be the boss in your own life. I'm talking about so you can maintain control and dominance in your life. So even if you decide to get serious with a woman, she's coming into a space where you maintain and control dominance, where all she could do is fall into a submissive position. If she don't want to do that, you don't need her, because if she doesn't do that and you let her in, she upsets the balance of your life. What I want you men to understand is that you ain't got to be doing all that chasing. If a woman wants you, she wants you, man. And she'll move all around the world, man. She'll be telling you, I'll give you the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountain. I'll give you the world. You telling the woman that. But if you got the right woman and the woman feeling you, she'll tell you that. The woman that drove 4,000 miles. You know she put some money on her books. You know she keep it book straight. Her commissary always on point. You know that. Man, listen, this woman is gone on this guy. And you know what he did? Took his time, took a deep dive into her emotional space. All this whining and dining and game and all that, man, women are simple. A woman just wants stability. What's more stable in a woman's mind than a man who's sitting in the exact same damn spot for years. He ain't got nowhere to go. He ain't going on no vacation. He ain't flying out of town. He ain't going on no strip club. He ain't going over at baby mama house. He ain't doing none of that. This is about a woman's need for stability. No telling what this woman has been through with other men. She don't care where the stability come from or what kind of stability it is. Anything that's, man, listen, a woman will take a man who's in a wheelchair, who's confined to a wheelchair, if she's desperate for stability, because she knows that man cannot be out here wilding. This is an emotional cry from a woman who's saying, I just need a man that I can trust. This woman is not in a proper emotional state. She's emotionally fragile as hell, man. She's like a glass with a crack already in it. And a lot of people just don't get this. Stop chasing women. Because if a woman really wants you, you ain't got to chase her. She'll chase you. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Now, I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her